Hello, let's channel some fall vibes tonight, shall we? Hope you're doing great. Welcome to the party. Let's see if I can get my stuff together. And in the meantime, we'll get paint going. I have this, what is this? Teal. Pretty self-explanatory, I guess. That's probably what I would have called this color. Here we go. And then, man, I thought I had already opened this one. I'm shocked that I haven't actually. All right. There we go. Put that right there on my little paint thing. And then I have this other turquoise we're going to use. And then hopefully that'll be enough. If not, we'll come back for some more. And then I love this Mars orange for leaves. So we'll use that for the leaves. I think these three will work perfectly for this project. And we can get into it. Keyword is sweater. It's all set up and ready to go. Comment it right here on this post to get the link to this cutout. Hey Sue, welcome. Hey Lisa. Hi Stephanie. How are you girls? All right, and then I do have a couple of makeup sponges I'm going to use tonight, so I'm going to just trim these. They're ones I've used before, but this is why I love them. I can use them 3 or 4 times and then get rid of them, and it's just perfect. So we're going to do all of the wording on this one in this turquoise color, the lighter color. And then the background's going to be that teal, and then my leaves will be that Mars orange. This should be fairly simple. Just paint it all, put it all together. I hope you love this project. I'm really excited about it. Hi, Jessica. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. So make sure that you sign up for notifications. Whenever you comment the keyword, there is a button at the bottom that you can hit to get notifications whenever I go live. And then also, as a secondary way, you can also comment !notify, all one word, and like no space or anything, and that will allow Facebook to send you a message whenever I go live, because sometimes that doesn't work. I don't know. Facebook is funny. And sometimes it doesn't work, so I have a secondary system that I use to make sure that everybody's getting notifications when I go live. But thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. Also, whenever you comment that keyword, you'll get the link to my full Etsy site. I added a bunch of new stuff today. I'm really excited about it. So go and check it out. Those will be projects we're going to be doing here in the next week or two. And there are a bunch of new Christmas things, some new snowman stuff. Really pumped. I love snowman stuff the most. I think that might be my favorite thing to do, is anything with the snowman on it. I really love Santas too, but I've just started liking Santas like in the last couple of years. My #1 Christmas decoration has always been a good snowman. And I don't really know why, but I love a snowman. All right, so I'm going to have to do a couple of layers of this teal color. Start with that first one, and then here in a second, once it's dry, I'll come back and do a second layer. All right. There we go. I'm getting there. Slowly but surely. Alright, yeah, let that dry entirely, and then I'll come back and do a second layer on it. So I might as well do my leaves since they're in the middle here. And I'm hoping I can just do one layer on the leaves. Sometimes I end up having to do a couple of layers depending on the paint color, and I think this one is just dark enough, this Mars Orange, that one should be good. So hopefully that's the case. Let me get my foam brush and we'll do this part too. Now this one's much darker, so I think we may get away with just one coat. And then it's all, this whole thing has scoring on it, so you have placement lines, makes life so easy. I love it. No question as to where everything goes on these whenever you've got some score lines. Y'all, I just hate to guess on whether I'm centered or not, whether this is the right place for each thing. So when I get a score line in my background, I am jumping for joy. It makes it so easy. Hey Stephanie, how are you, doll? Welcome to the party. Keyword is the word sweater. It's all set up for you and ready to go. Alright. I think this might be cut off from the video, the S over here, but that's okay. Let me just hit that with some paint, and then I do want to come back really quick and do a second coat down here. I think we're good though for that darker teal. Or, yeah, that one's teal, I think. And then, although this color is what I think of teal because of chalk, because Couture teal is this color. So calling it turquoise is kind of weird for me, but that's okay. All right. Trying to do a nice even layer if I can, but get full coverage at the same time and not have it be too thick. So it's like, I don't want to have really gunky paint, you know. Trying my best. And I think this second layer is going to be good. We won't need to do a third, so that's wonderful too. That first layer just acts like a primer on a light color like this, so here we go. Get that S and then we'll be done. Hope your week is going well. It's only Tuesday. Tomorrow's hump day at least though, so we're gonna make it through another week. All right. Slowly but surely, you know? Doing whatever it takes around here. All right, let me get this thing all dried. And then we can put it all together. I think this is going to be a really cute one. These colors look really nice together. Plus, with a little pop of this orange, it'll be perfect. So, anybody have any plans this weekend? I have none, which is my favorite type of plan, just so we're clear. We've had a couple of really busy weeks in a row. And I'm excited to do nothing and not have anything haunting me needing to be done. I do need to let it quit raining, however, because I've got a big pile of wood in my office next door that needs to get burnt in the burn pile. And we have a bunch of limbs and stuff that have fallen out of the trees in our backyard. The guy that does our lawn, he just piles them up in a big pile in the middle, in this burn pile that we've got. Y'all, it's so many that the grass has grown up around it. So, really need to get that burned down. I desperately need to do that, but it's been raining so much. And then we were out of town, and we've been busy around here with everything going on. So, hopefully we can get to that this weekend. Okay, so that's how that color turned out right there. I do need to paint this base really quick. I forgot about it. But it doesn't take anything to do that. Just one good swipe. There we go. Perfect. Easy, easy. I am gonna dry that before I try to pick it up and leave fingerprints all over it and all that mess. But we're ready to go and go ahead and get this all put together and get back to our lives. So, how do you like that? Quick little fall project. Let's get some cool weather. I'm manifesting. It's not going to happen anytime soon around here, but I hope for you guys that y'all start seeing some cooler temperatures wherever you are. And maybe my project's going to help. I don't know. In the past, it hasn't helped, but I like to think that it does. So let's just keep on believing that if I do more fall projects, we'll start seeing fall weather. Because it is smoking hot outside and it's just too much. So, you know, I was in San Antonio last weekend, y'all, and I didn't realize, but it is super hot there. Okay, I guess I knew that, right? It's super hot here too, but it's humid here, so it's a different kind of heat. But even the wind is hot there. Like, if you get a good wind here, it's not the worst thing, right? I mean, the humidity sucks. Hi, Tracy. How are you? Oh, you lucky girl. Yeah, that's how it was in Tennessee during the summer, and I was there for it. Loving it so much. But yeah, so last week, Thursday and Friday of last week, we were in San Antonio, and y'all, stifling heat with even whenever the wind was blowing, it was just hot. I'm gonna get this, whatever that is, off of the end of my glue so that it doesn't get all over my stuff. And I'm just using a little bit of Stick Fast. I love this stuff. It's kind of like a super glue, sort of. Dries clear, and it holds so good. Plus the bottle's giant. You know, I love using super glue, but the bottles are all too small. And that's not helpful at all. No. I'm going to just put a tiny bit on the edges of this, and it's like that cable knit sweater print. I love it. Alright, there we go. These colors are perfect together. I think this is gonna be a really nice looking project. Let's see. So I'm gonna just go right in like so. And make it a little easier on myself and just put the glue right on the cutout. And clean up my edges while I'm going. That's an A. I was about to... I don't know why I picked up the next E. There we go. Anyway, so keyword is sweater. Grab this cutout tonight. I do one little dot down here. All right. That's perfect. And bam. Okay, I do have my white marker over here, and hopefully... I told y'all I needed to buy a new one, and I still haven't, because why? I don't know why. But... I don't know. I've been slacking is what I've been doing, so I need to do that. I'm going to do it. As soon as I get off this live, I'll do it, I promise. I think that's good. I love it. All right, so there's that. It's cute, right? And then I'm going to try not to touch any of that white part, but it fits perfectly in that little stand. And again, don't forget, if you have issues getting it into the stand, just sand that bottom part just a tiny bit and get that paint, okay? A quilt. I love that. Oh, that's so sweet, Stephanie. My mom has quilts for all of my nieces and nephews, so she's working on... Oh, you know what? Y'all didn't even remind me about my leaves. I almost forgot about them. She's been working on quilts for them, and now I'm going in September. I don't think she's going to have them ready by the time I leave, so then I'm going to have to mail them, I think, which is fine. But I do have one prep for the baby, and the beginning of September is her birthday, so I'm going to take that with me, definitely, and whenever we go to the beach, at a minimum. And then the other ones can follow. But it'll be easier that way anyway, then I don't have to take a giant suitcase. I guess that'll be easier. But I love seeing their faces and their reactions to things, you know? Whenever I give them things, they love it. And then they walk around saying, Pammy gave me this, or Grammy Patty made this for me. Anyways, there's my project with my leaves. I did not forget. I almost did. Don't get it twisted. But here we go. I think that the orange of the leaves looks just perfect with this. Let me know what you think. Comment the word sweater to get this yourself. I love you all so much. I hope you have a great night. I'll see you soon. Good night. Oh gosh.